You guys might remember a little while ago I brewed a honey blonde ale from BIY Homebrew Supply, and boy, do I have a beautiful beer to review for you today. This is a great beer, and I have already tasted it, so it's time for the official review. Can you guys see the color of that? What if I turn the camera around and we get it through the light? I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not perfectly clear, but you know me, clear beer. Doesn't matter. All right. This was an extremely easy beer kit. I'm telling you right now. I think I actually went to their website, BIYHomebrewSupply.com, and they were out of stock. I think some people bought some. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to, mess up your inventory, but they'll get more in, and if they haven't already. So this is a great beer. Let's give this a whirl. It's awesome. Look at how beautiful that looks. Actually, the glass is a little fogged up a bit, so it's a little less clear than it would look, but you know me again, not a problem. It's aged for a couple of weeks in the keg, and I ain't waiting any longer. So, officially, let's do it. It's got a beautiful meringue head. It died down just a little bit. I think I might have my serving pressure up just a little bit high, so it kind of excited the beer a bit when I poured it out of the keg. So a little bit of that's going to die down. But the head itself is very, very nice, as you can see. Very tiny, tiny bubbles. Is that a Kermit the Frog song? I don't know. Anyway, tiny bubbles. Anyway, I don't remember. I don't know. Anyways, so aroma-wise, there's definitely a caramel malt taste in there. There's definitely sort of a candy sweetness. Not very much aroma through the head that we've got there. I'm doing this one-handed, so I can't cup. It's a very light hop on the hop end of things. There's not a lot of hop aroma at all, but then we didn't add a lot of hops to the beer. Let's get right to the tasting. Cheers. I'm really trying to pull out everything I can. I can brew beer, but I can't review it. I'm not a good beer reviewer. Okay, brewer. Actually, I think I'm a pretty darn good brewer, but not a good reviewer. But I'll give it my best shot. The one thing I love about this beer is that it's so sessionable. It's so easy to get down. Now, I've got the carbonation at a medium to high, so it's quite carbonated, but not fully, but about 3/4. I don't know what the carbonation, if there's a scale you use, I think there is, but I don't remember it. You can see the foam has died down. I gotta confess something. And I spoke to you guys on a Homebrew Wednesday or Homebrew weekly video recently about how you wash your glasses. And in my experience, this beer, in the other times that I've actually drank it, the head has hung around almost down the whole glass. This glass was just washed in my dishwasher, and I have a rinse agent in there, and I forgot. So I think that does affect the head retention a little bit. But anyway, we won't focus or fixate on that. Let's get to some of the flavors that we've got in here. I think the point of this beer was not to make it taste like honey, because there wasn't a lot of honey added to it. Again, if you want to see how this beer was made, there'll be a link at the end of this video where you can go and watch the brewing procedure. But not a lot of honey, but just enough to add a sort of a sweetness, a pleasant sweetness. There's probably some unfermented sugars in the honey, like unfermentable, sugars in the honey itself. And plus, there's a mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is smooth, silky, with the carbonation that I've got this at, easy to get down the throat. There's not a lot of hops in it. It's very balanced between the sweetness. There's a little bit of sweetness there, not a lot, and the slight bitterness that it has from the 1 ounce of hops that were added. I don't remember what hops they were, but if you watch the video of me making the beer, you'll see that. Damn it! I wish I was better at this. It's delicious, guys. It's a magnificent beer. It really is. It's absolutely wonderful. It tastes awesome. The color is great. There's no off flavors in it at all. It tastes better than most craft beers you can buy. I mean, or as good as. I mean, this is a good beer. I highly recommend it to any of you guys who like an ale. So it's a little bit darker than like a Pilsner or a lager or a blonde, but it is a blonde beer, and it as I showed you earlier, it does have some color to it, but it's definitely in the honey department. It just doesn't taste like honey. It tastes sort of sweet. It's got a slight hint of honey, just the ever so slight hint of honey flavors. That's the experience I've actually had with 2 of the kits that I've brewed from BIY Homebrew Supply, which I will plug. Oh, by the way, they gave me a shirt, but I can't. I think it's in the. My wife's washing it right now, so I couldn't wear it. But they have excellent T-shirts. But 2 of the recipes that I've tried from those guys, I love the fact that none of the flavors are overwhelming. Like whether it's a cherry chocolate stout or chocolate cherry stout, whichever way you say that, or a honey ale or a honey blonde ale, the feature of the beer, in this case would be honey, and in the other case would be the chocolate cherry. Those flavors aren't stabbing you in the face. I mean, they're just there enough that you know what you've got. It's a beautiful beer, and it doesn't scream honey. It doesn't scream hops. It doesn't scream anything except just a beautiful, smooth, slightly sweet, slightly caramelly flavor. I don't know what was in that little bag of grains that they sent with it, but whatever it was seems to have added a nice caramelly kind of backbone to the beer. Very, very nice. That light is so bright, I don't know what I'm going to do. Jeez. Anyways, I've just started filming over here recently, and it's a bright light. There we go. So let's give it one more go, see if there's anything else I can pull out of it. Yeah, you could probably get pretty wasted off this thing. It's not that strong. I forget the alcohol. I have it written. I have this the 5.25 to 5.5%. So 5.5%. So it's a fairly hefty beer, depending on what you think is hefty. So it's got a good amount of ABV, but it doesn't taste that. You can't taste the alcohol. It's so pleasant on the palate with its beautiful sort of a pleasant, subtle bitterness, a subtle sweetness, a great mouthfeel from the honey, and just an all-around winner. Thumbs up to this beer. Beautiful recipe. So if you guys want to brew this up, I got this from BIYHomebrewSupply.com. Joe from Terp's Korean Kid on YouTube actually gave me a little note on the side there, which I really appreciate. I'll be keeping this. That means a lot to me. That's a souvenir. Hang that up on I might frame it or something. But anyway, him and his family and his wife, they do a great job. And you know what, guys? If I don't like it, I'm not gonna advertise it. And that's the bottom line. I'll phone the people and say, look, I can't do it. I don't like it. Sorry, I'm not going to review it. I'm confident with my name on this that you will like this beer. If you like a sessionable honey ale, it's starting to clear up a little bit because it's warming up. So I'm going to turn the camera around again. Take your Gravol, folks. And I think you might be able to see through that. Let's do a little bit of that there. It's hard to do with my left hand, but there. And starting to clear up. So it's just the chill haze that's making it a little bit hazy. Oh, sorry guys, my battery died, but thanks for watching. Give this beer a try. Cheers. 17.